for one of our covenant conversations where we have conversations to raise the consciousness of the people that we interact with on a daily basis. It is a pleasure and an honor to be with you on today. As you can see, I have a very special guest with me on today, and I feel like I need to give her a proper and just due introduction. Someone that is with me on today, she is a native of Thomasville, Georgia. She's a graduate from Valdosta High School and Valdosta Technical School. She's a member of New Jerusalem Missionary Baptist Church, but her most important calling is she's the mother of one daughter, Chastity Spires. She served also in the United States military and also was with combat in Saudi Arabia. She's been employed with the Thomas County Sheriff's Office since 2006. I want you to put your hands together and help me welcome Leila Spires. Amen. How are you doing on this morning?
Good morning. I am great. Excited to be here.
Good. I am so glad to have you here on today. I know at one point not long ago, I invited you to come to the church and to be able to speak to the people. I happened to be out of town on that day, but I just wanted to make sure that I got you back here because I really believe in what you're doing. I talk to a lot of people and they believe that you're going to be a great person to serve the citizens of Thomas County. So I just wanted to bring you in on today and give the internet world an opportunity to see your face, put a name with the face, and to also hear what it is that you have to say. So before we get started, is there anything that you wanted to say to the general public on today?
As I said, I'm excited to be here. I have a long road ahead of me. I'm excited about getting on board, having the voters to come out and give their voice. Your voice is your vote is your voice.
Yes, that is vitally, definitely important. I was talking to somebody just the other day, and we was talking about the local elections, because a lot of times we spend a lot of time talking about the national election, but we don't spend enough time talking about the local election. But they gave me some statistics and some numbers that actually blew my mind. They said there was approximately 5,300 people on the voter registration roll that have never voted.
Yes.
And I thought, wow, why would you take the time to go and through the process and put your name on the roll and yet not vote? But I'm beginning to understand and to learn that the local election is just as important as the national election. So now, what office are you running for here in Thomas County?
I'm running for Thomas County Sheriff.
Okay, you're running for Thomas County Sheriff, and you've been at the Sheriff's Department for since 2006.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about how did you get into law enforcement?
I actually served time in the in the United States Army.
Mm-hmm.
After getting out of the Army, I joined the National Guard here in Thomasville.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys kind of talked me into policing.
Okay, good. You was at my old stomping ground in my younger days. I actually was in the United States military, and when I got out, I was in the reserve unit in Atlanta, but then I transferred to the National Guard here in Thomasville. So we got that in common. I am definitely a United States military veteran as well. I want to make sure that I give enough time for you to be able to answer the questions. So I have a couple of questions that I would like to ask you that I know that the general public would like to hear as well. As you are running for sheriff here in Thomas County, what are some of your thoughts about safety and security? Because I'm pretty sure that's important to a lot of people.
Safety is most important,
Mhm.
mostly for our children. We want our children to have a safe place to learn,
Mm-hmm.
a safe place to play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very important that we put safety at the top of our rim,
Mm-hmm.
always.
Okay.
Not just for our children, but for the community.
Gotcha.
For Thomasville, Meigs, Barwick,
Mm-hmm.
Metcalf,
Mm-hmm.
Coolidge, Oclotney, we
Mhm.
want everyone to be safe.
Gotcha. Because there was a time here in Thomas County that you could leave your front door open. there was a time here when kids could probably go to the gym and walk back by themselves. They can go to the YMCA, but I understand that safety is a real concern. Not only has safety been an issue here in Thomasville, but just all over the world. So I thank you so much for allowing for that to be at the top of your list.
Yes.
Also, what would the Thomas County, if you were elected sheriff, what would the Thomas County Sheriff Office to do to become more engaging with the youth in our community?
First of all, we got to build a rapport.
Mm-hmm.
We've got to let the people know that we're here for them.
Mm-hmm.
Protect and serve is our main goal.
Mm-hmm.
We need to let Thomas County, Meigs, Pavo, Coolidge,
Mm-hmm.
all of our cities know
Mm-hmm.
that the Thomas County Sheriff Department is there for them.
Mm-hmm.
We have many objectives that we cover, and some of those objectives are to make sure that as we travel into and from those locations,
Mm-hmm.
that we're driving safely,
Mm-hmm.
we're driving and abiding by the rules just as a normal citizen would do.
Mm-hmm.
Being a deputy is very important.
Okay.
We have due regard.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make sure as we're traveling to these places that we're doing and driving safe as we could possibly drive.
Mm-hmm.
We're making sure as we're getting there, we're observing the roads as we're going.
Mm-hmm.
After this recent storm, there's lots of debris.
Right.
And
Right.
it's very important that we, as we're traveling around, we're paying attention and noticing, this tree is leaning. We need to
Right.
make sure that we're gonna arrive safely
Right.
and have a mindset once we get there
Right. Right.
that we're ready to do our job.
Right. Sounds like to me is that you are definitely interested in being the sheriff for more than the reason of dealing with people that's breaking the law. Sounds like to me is that you want to be more engaging, is that you want people to be more welcome, more open, and because, so right now, would you establish any kind of citizens panel or anything that people can, come to the sheriff's office and be able to talk? What are your thoughts on listening to the people that you serve?
I believe in an open door policy.
Okay.
I believe in round table meetings.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in the people who has a complaint or
Mhm.
who want to praise the sheriff's department. I believe in them having the opportunity to
Mhm.
come to that sheriff's department, feel at home when they get there, and let us know whatever it may be.
Right.
If they want to tell the deputy he's done an excellent job,
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear that.
Right.
I want the people to know that other than just the lieutenants and the captains at the sheriff's department,
Mhm.
that we have a citizen board that will actually sit and listen to that complaint,
Right.
because every voice is important.
Right. Right.
We want this to be a large family, a
Mhm.
good community.
Right. Right. Right.
Yes.
And that kind of like takes my mind back, as a young man growing up here in Thomas County, without mentioning any names, there was a person within the Thomas County Sheriff Office that the community felt like that they could talk to, whether they seen him at the grocery store, whether they seen him riding in his car, and he basically patrolled throughout the community, and it just seemed like that his spirit was so inviting. And since that time, I think that the community has lost that level of confidence in the sheriff. I'm not saying all confidence, but I think that the communities want to make sure that they have people that they can contact, they have access to, and they are also approachable, and to feel like that their needs are being actually met. So I think that is a good thing, having an open door policy, to being able to listen to the people that are out in the community. Now, I know that concerning the sheriff office, I know that, anytime you run an operation, there are budgets, there are budgets and there's stewardships and things of that nature. As far as the budget go and as far as stewardship and oversight of the budget, is that something that is normally open, or is that something that is normally closed? And do you feel like that the budget is what it needs to be for you to properly do your job within the community?
With the way the economy is now,
Mm-hmm.
we all could use a little bit more.
Gotcha.
That would be one of my main goals, but
Mhm.
right now it's closed.
Okay.
But working with the commissioners, it's a possibility we can get that open,
Mhm.
a higher pay rate for the deputies,
Mhm.
better insurance for the deputies, and a family plan.
Okay.
Right now, the Thomas County Sheriff Department does not have a family plan. It's for that one individual. But
Mhm.
we need a family plan because lots of spouses does not work.
Okay. So, other than, the taxes, I believe that there are a lot of state and federal grants and things for that nature to be able to help out, with that right there. But could you talk a little bit more about the family plan? Because I didn't know anything. I know that, the sheriff deputies and the people that work within the department, I know that there are certain benefits that they can avail themselves to. But tell me just a little bit more about the family aspect.
Yes, with tailored benefits, each deputy we have some of the best insurance
Okay.
for the individual deputy.
Mhm.
But far as a spouse go,
Mhm.
we do not have coverage for the spouse, so any type of dental, eye care, whatever they may need, they must get it at their own job, or they may have to take out special insurance in order to have it.
Gotcha.
We do not cover kids, nor do we cover the
Mhm.
spouse.
Okay, gotcha. Now, I want to talk about something that I know is on the hearts of a lot of people that are watching us on this afternoon, and that is community policing. Community policing. I do know that there is a presence somewhat in the community, but just based on my conversations with people, a lot of the presence is a negative presence. Is that when they see the Thomas County Sheriff people, something is wrong. And I believe that people don't mind, having a greater presence or an increase in presence, but more of a positive presence within the community. What are your thoughts on the sheriff creating a positive presence in the community, that when you see them, you don't just feel like they coming to lock somebody up, but you feel like they are actually part of the fabric and part of the community? What are your thoughts as it relates to that?
It's very important that we know our communities. Any given night, there may be 5 to 6 deputies on duty, so we have a larger area to cover.
Okay.
You look at maybe Paybo. Paybo police may end maybe 10 o'clock in there at night,
Okay.
but you still got the rest of the night to go. So that deputy has a larger area to cover. So he may not be able to get out his vehicle
Right.
and actually make contact with people as much. But if in Walmart, that deputy's in uniform, he's walking through Walmart to wave at the babies, to, speak and have conversation with different people.
Right.
Not just people that he knows or she knows, but everybody in the community.
Right.
And that is so very important that we reach out to everybody.
Right.
We have nice, educated deputies, and that is a part of our job.
Right.
The community is our job, so it's no stripe against you
Right.
to get out and talk to someone.
Right.
You see someone on the road broken down, you stop, you assist that person,
Right.
you're making contacts, and those people are not gonna forget that.
Right.
They're gonna see that we got loving, caring officers in this county. I want everybody who comes to Thomas County to feel comfortable,
Right.
to know that you're in a safe environment.
Right.
Because as you said before, times are rougher than they were when you and I grew
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Until, we need to reach out and let these people know
Mm-hmm.
we're out here working at night. We're not just sitting in our cars
Right.
listening to the radio. We're out working, we're observing what's going on.
Right.
And that is so very important.
Right. Without going into specific details, over the last couple of years, there've been some situations. I don't want to elaborate on the situations. I just want to talk about community confidence, the community confidence. And so I believe that some of the community confidence was shattered, based on those situations. What are your thoughts as far as creating an atmosphere where not only do people feel safe, but they feel like even if something does go wrong, is that you as the sheriff are going to make sure that everything is dealt with properly, and to create some kind of a way that people can be somewhat informed. I know there are a lot of details that the community can't know, but again, I always reflect back on my youthfulness, my childhood, and there were a lot of times that things that happen in the communities is that the officers or the person would come to different churches or go to different events and make people understand is that everything is under control. We're taking care of everything, but I do know that there was kind of like an information a gap where the people that was concerned about what was going on was not properly getting the information. So with that being said, would you be open to establishing consistent dialogues with churches and with civic groups to make sure that they are aware? Is because at the end of the day, it's people like myself, pastors, and there's other people that are in the community. If they know that everything is good, it is my responsibility to encourage, my congregation. So would you be open to establishing those relationships with churches, with nonprofit organizations, and having an ongoing dialogue? So if something ever does go wrong, we know that we have a person that is going to keep us informed.
Yes, and part of that panel will be several pastors, bankers, just different people in the community. Just a normal person walking down the street may be a part of that panel. It's very important to me, transparency.
Gotcha.
I want, and I believe in transparency.
Yes.
No sweeping underneath the rug. I want the information put out.
Yes.
As soon as I can get it out, I want the information sent out. I don't want you guys to have to sit and guess what's coming next.
Right.
Or what happened last night. There was 12 police officers, and I saw them carrying,
Right.
We want you guys to know, and I'm going to be open.
Good.
We're going to have press conferences. We're going to do everything in our power to get the information out to the people. This is our community.
Yes. Yes.
So we need you guys to know what's going on in this community.
Yes.
We may not be able to give you as deeper details as you may want,
Right.
but we'll be able to give you the top surface to let you know that there's more to come.
Yes.
There's more to come.
And that's amazing. You said, I think you said a very key word, and that word is transparency. That we know that everything is being taken care of and we're being provided, all of the information that we need to have. If a person is sitting out there and they're watching on today and they have not come to a definitive place of knowing who they wanted to vote for, if it's somebody that's out there and they're on the fence and they just hadn't come to the conclusion, who should I vote for? Talk to that person and let that person know why you are the best candidate for the job, and why if they voted for you, it would be one of the best votes that they've ever casted in their entire life.
As you cast your vote for Thomas County Sheriff, guys, I ask that you look at Leila Spires, integrity, trust, experience, someone's willing to listen, someone you can come and talk to, someone that's there for the people. Guys, I have opened my heart. I have done this job for a long time, and I'm going to put it out there. I love the youth. So if I can get the youth and the parents on my side, someone that they can come and talk to at any time, I want that. I want that. I want that for the kids. I don't want to be in Walmart and a parent says, how do you know her? Guys, I'm part of the family. I want you to know that I am Thomas County Sheriff's candidate, and I ask for your vote.
Good. I think you've talked to the general public out there, and I think that the people are going to be very pleased that they got an opportunity to hear you say those very things that yourself. Listen, it has been a pleasure and an honor for you being with us on today on one of our covenant conversations. We thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule. We would like to probably have you back in again. I think we have less than 20 days before the election, but we know that early voting is already happening right now. So if you wanted to participate in the early voting, you have that opportunity to do it now. but whatever you do, make sure that you cast your ballot. Your ballot is very, very important. So we thank you again, and we just salute you and thank you for coming to be with us on our covenant conversation. Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to you joining us again. My name is Pastor Hardy Clayton, and in concluding, we say the same thing today that we always say. We love you, and there's positively, absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Be blessed.